Now we're getting into the more complicated logarithms that we're asked to condense. So this one here's the one that we're asked to condense into one single logarithm. So the very first thing that we're going to do is to identify if there's anything that we can move to exponents, okay? Now here's our rule on this one. Our rule is if it has something out in front here, we can move it to the exponent, okay? And let's kind of look at an example here. So I've got this one. It's a 6 out in front here. So the rule is that we can move this 6 over and it will become the exponent of u here. Okay, so it would, your final or the most condensed one on this particular one would look like this. Log base 4u to the 6. So that 6 came from out in front and became the exponent here. So let's look over here. I've got a 4 out in front here. That 4 will be moved over and become the exponent of this a. This one here does not have any numbers other than 1 out in front, so we don't need to worry about that one. This one here has an 11 out in front though. So we can move that 11 over to be the exponent of the c here. So let's do that now. So you'll notice here my 4 out in front became my exponent of my a. My 11 out in front here became my exponent of my c. Okay, so now let's move on to the next portion. Now that's our first step. Okay, the second step here is going to be, let's see, we've got an addition here and a subtraction. We'll just work left to right. So this is an addition sign here. Here's our rule, is if it has the same base, and this one does, they're both base 9, then what we can do if it's addition is we just multiply these two together. This is going to be x times y. So if we want to look at another example here, these both have the same base. Because they have the same base, we're just simply going to multiply this. This is a times b. This would be log base 2 a times b. So we're going to use that over here, and this is an a and a b here as well. So we're just going to multiply those two together. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Log base 9 a to the 4th times b minus, and then this is, we haven't really messed with this one yet. We're going to do that next. That's going to be our next step. Now if it's a subtraction here, our laws of exponents tell us if it's got the same base, and this one does, they both have base 9, and it's subtraction, we're going to end up dividing these two. This is y divided by x. And let's look at an example here. This is log base 9 n minus log base 9 4. So because they have the same base, we can divide n by 4. Here's what it would look like. Log base 9 n divided by 4. So let's use that here. I have this component here divided by c to the 11th. So I'm going to have this a to the 4th b on top, and then I'm going to have c to the 11th on the denominator. So your answer should look like this. Log base 9, and this is all the same base, a to the 4th b divided by c to the 11th. This would be your final answer.